Hello everyone, this is Curtis with Weed Whacker Lawn Care. Hey, I'm already into it there. Y'all can see me. I got the trimmer out. Working with the screen trimmer here. What I'm doing right now, I just showed up at a property and it needs a lot of trimming here. And so what you can see right now is me trimming along the fence there, trying to get all of these weeds out of the around the fence there. As you can see, I'm moving along, just trying to get all of these here. I want to get that all leveled down here first. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to get it all trimmed up and everything. I got to get the sidewalks and driveways, just get everything all edged up around here before I get the mower out to mow it. So this is what I'm sharing with y'all right now. I'm just sharing me doing a lot of trimming. And this is what I run into a lot on different properties. Sometimes you'll have a lot of trimming that you have to do on certain properties when you just show up at a property. You take a look at it and you say, well, let me see, I gotta mow this and then I gotta trim all of this up. So that's what I'm doing right here. In this one right here, I'm doing a lot of trimming, trying to trim around the post right here. I got to get that, and then just trying to put a good edge, right by the curb. So you want to get that curb appeal. So you want to make this look really good. So this is what I'm doing right here. I'm trimming this here along the curb, trying to make it look real good. Plus the grass is starting to grow over the curb in some areas of it, but it hasn't really got real bad, but it will get bad if you don't keep it up. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm gonna make it look good for the customer by getting this here all trimmed up. As you can see, I'm using it, so I'm gonna have to go over it a number of times to get that good clean edge on it. So this is one of the most critical points of doing a lawn, to get that good clean. See right in here, you see there, that's where there was a lot of overgrowth or some type of weed that was there. So you really want to pay attention. Like I missed a little sprig there, but I'm gonna come back and get that all trimmed up and all right there, as you can see. So this here is the part that I'm working on that takes a lot of time. You have to put a lot of time in on edging up the property to get that good clean curb appeal. And so the edging is very important. So to make something look good, a lawn rather, make it look good, you got to put a good edge job on it. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm using the screen trimmer. Sometimes I do have another trimmer that I could use, basically with the blade and all, but I normally do all my trimming with the screen trimmer here. Sometimes, depending on the property, if there's a lot of overgrowth, I will bring my other trimmer and use it, just walk it down. But I like using the screen trimmer because it's a lot faster and it can do a lot of things that I can't do with the one with the blade on it. So this tends to work for me, using the screen trimmer here. A lot faster, a lot quicker. The only thing, until the screen portion of it wear out, then you have to put some more in. And as you know, I'm going along here and I'm putting this edge on it, and I will have to tap it a few times here to get some more of the screen out of it. You just, what it is, you find a little place right on the lawn and just give it a tap. A lot of time, and it'll dispense some more of this, screen out of there. See, just right there where I bumped it there. So you always want to find your good place right in the yard there, and just tap it, just bump it a little bit. And what that does is you'll save that little plastic head on there. I noticed one year I had someone helping me, and I had just purchased a brand new head on it, and within that week it was I was like, what in the world? Why is this here is all, it had a hole in it. It was all worn out. Looked like I'd had it for a long time, and I just had it a week. Well, come to find out, the guy that I had helping me, he was bumping it on the concrete. And, within a week, I mean, just kept bumping and bumping. So the head was all worn out. I mean, the plastic, it had holes in it, and I had to buy another one. So I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna be buying these heads every week due to this helper using it. So eventually, well, he didn't last long anyway. But I ended up having to buy another head, and normally, my heads, I mean, I get a lot of years out of them, 3, 4, 5 years. It's I have some on hand now that I can change it out if it goes bad. But working solo, you learn a lot about using the equipment and how to save the equipment from wear and tear, because you want it to last a long time. You don't want to have to keep going back and buying different parts for your equipment. But some things do break. I mean, now you have to do a tune-up on your some of your equipment for spark plugs, filters, oil mix, and all of that. And you have to get some type of degreaser to keep your equipment clean and keep your engine, because these are air-cooled engines. And when you're working in a lot of dusty environment, as you can see right here, as I'm using the trimmer, you want to keep it clean, because what that does, if you build up with a lot of dust from the oil mix, that stuff, well, it spills and it just builds up and builds up, and it's going to make your engine run hotter than it needs to run, because these little air-cooled engines, that's why when you're using that oil mix, it's mixed in with your oil to to all the components through the gasoline. And that's why you have to have your oil ratio mix correctly, because if not, you would burn up your engine. It'll lock up be in a siege mode where you just can't do anything with it. So you want to make sure that that's all mixed correctly, so that you can get some longevity out of using your equipment. And that's another thing I've had, having a helper with me, and explain to them that the small cans I have is for my gas mix, and the larger cans are for the mowers. And some helpers, I'd explain that to them, and they would still go and get the wrong gas can after me going over it a number of times with them every day, and they still get the wrong one. And what can I say? I almost lost a blower due to that. I didn't know what was wrong. Well, I did lose more. I didn't know what was wrong with my blower. It was cutting off, and come to find out, the helper had put the wrong gas in it, and my blower got hot, and it wouldn't start. It just kept cutting off. Come to find out, check the fuel, and the fuel did not have any mix. It would be a different color, because I used that steel mix, and it would have been like blue, a dark light blue. Well, it didn't have any. So oh well, but it is just hard. So basically, that's why I'm working solo, because it's hard. It's hard. I know you'd like to have somebody with you, but it's hard. But that's all right. This is not for everyone. just not going to pay attention. I don't care how many times you tell them. So it's nothing to be upset about, because it is what it is, and you have to do what you have to do to make it big. So me working solo, I managed to keep going, keep getting the job done. That's what I'm doing here. As you can see me working right here. I'm putting this edge on here, and I'm going back over it. It's no rush. I'm taking my time. I'm gonna make sure that I will get it all trimmed up and all before I actually put the board on here. I want to get a good trim. I want it, just to look good. And you go over it and you double check it and everything. Make sure that you didn't miss anything while you're out here. So you just, as I'm walking along, I'm double checking everything on here. So you see this portion right here. I wanted to make sure that I really put a good edge job on here. And I do this every year on this here property here. And this property here, what it is, the customer call me at their discretion. They feel that the lawn needs mowing, then they call me. I don't have it on a schedule, so I work it the customer's discretion. And it works out. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, and basically, it just helps the customer. Now it does sometimes. It will get out of control due to water and heat. This lawn will grow quick, and it will take some time to get it back in shape. So I come back over and do it. I just do it. Basically, I work and try to help the customers and all. I know how times are. Do what you can do. Now this customer here, I've been dealing with them for a long time, and they're good. Real good customers. So I've been taking care of this lawn here for some years, I would say, some years. And you're going to get customers like that. They will just rock with you. And then they're what I want to say, they're good customers. Not some of these other customers that I've had over the years. You get some of those impatient customers. You want to help them, but sometimes you can't help them because other circumstances. You got a life to live too, and you're not the only one. And that's what I'm saying. You get some of them customers, they think they're the only one that you have to cater to, and they're not. So you just get some customers that understand. Hey, if you can't come due to circumstances. Something can happen in your family, and you need to take off time to see about family members and all. And some of them you can explain that to them. They'll get somebody else, which is perfectly good. It's perfectly good. It's no problem. That's the way it is. Understand it. You just say, I'm like, it's all good to me either way. Now I'll get some customers, and sometimes they'll go and get somebody else, and things don't work out for them, and I have to let them know that I'm not taking on any more customers. The slot that I had for you has been refill. So I'm not going to take on anymore. And that's it. I done put a new route together, and I got things situated the way I want to have them. So I'm not going back. And then a lot of them, things have changed. They want to come back, and I'm not working for that price anymore. My rate has went up, and I'm sorry, but I can't work for that anymore. I can't drive over there for that anymore due to economy. It costs me more to operate for its fuel, just all your expenses that you have to deal with doing it out here. It gets very expensive. I mean, you gotta keep track on it each month. How much money did you spend doing this month, and then the next month? And if you're spending more money in certain months, you want to know, well, why? Are you driving more, or are you doing some overgrown lawns? A lot of overgrown lawns can cost you a lot of fuel, because you have to go over that a number of times and do a lot of trimming, and using a lot of gas mix. Yeah, that stuff costs. Supply and demand. You have to go and buy. Well, you got to go to the store and buy some more of that product to use in this type of equipment, in your equipment, for your screen trimmer. You gotta buy some more of that stuff. You gotta buy filters and all, and spark plugs and all of that. You gotta have that stuff on hand, because you may be working on the weekend, and stores may not have it. They may be low, just waiting on the shipment to come in. So you have to buy a little extra so that you don't run into those problems of not having. And that's another thing I do. I buy extra belts and everything for my mowers, because I don't want to get caught in a situation like I was, I want to say last year. Yeah, I bought that new Skag mower, and the belt broke on it, and I had to wait like 3 months to get a new belt. So that's why I bought 2 new belts. So if something happens and one is on that break, I do have one already ready to go. And some other things I do have on hand. I do have extra tires and all of that, just for my mower. And well, I got backup mowers, so I'm ready to go at all times. One is not working, then I have one that's already up to date and ready to go. And that's the way you have to have it. When you're running a business, you got to be ready to go at all times, and you can't just rely on one piece of equipment if it's giving you problems. But as long as you do your due diligence for is doing your maintenance and cleaning, you will be in a situation where you're able to provide a service at all times. I'm speaking from experience. From years ago when I started out, I didn't have none but one mower and one trimmer, and that worked fine for I want to say for some years. But I had to upgrade, and the reason why I had to upgrade, I'll tell you the story. What happened was, I was out working, and that trimmer failed on me. And what happened, I put it in the shop, and they said that they had fixed it. Got it out, and it cranked up, it was working. And I got caught on a job, and I never could get that thing to start again. So I put it in the shop again, and ended up having to buy another trimmer until that one was fixed again. And so I spent some more money getting that one fixed, And meanwhile, when I did get it back, it still didn't. It worked for a little while, and finally I just said enough's enough. I had paid more, had paid more having the trimmer fixed, where I could have actually bought another trimmer. And I looked at the cost of that, and it was cheaper for me just to go on and just buy another new trimmer. And that's what I did. I bought another new one. And then I had two, and from then on, I would always keep me, some backup two trimmers in hand. And meanwhile, I had those two trimmers and everything was fine. And I was out one day, and they were taken. Someone had stole my trimmers, and I had to go and buy two more trimmers. I tell you, it was rough, y'all. And it's still rough out here. You have to be careful at all times. So it's more to this than just trimming your mowing. It's like when I'm doing this, I'm always looking at my surroundings. I'm watching people that are walking, cars that are traveling. And you got to keep your eyes open at all times. This is dangerous out here. So you gotta, pay attention of your surroundings at all times, because you just never know. Just never know. So I'm here. I'm getting this here all done, but hey, I'm gonna make it look good for the customer. I'm getting it all mowed up and everything, trimmed up and everything. And then, I'm gonna get it mowed here. But I want to get this edging out the way. That's the most important part, getting all your edging, making it look good. So, and it takes time. This part here takes some time, getting the edging up properly. It takes time to do this. I can run through it real quick, but I'm just doing a lot of detailing. I'm not in a rush. So, I'm getting this one here. Now, before doing this one, I had already taken care of one. Before doing this here line, and it required some edging too, front and back. So this one, it takes quite a bit of time just to get this edging done on this one. And what it is right here, I'm gonna get this here all mowed up. Well, finish my trimming first, but I'm gonna get it all mowed up, front and back, and then I have to go back there to the backyard and do a lot of trimming. So I'm just sharing this front portion with y'all of me getting it all trimmed up and all. You see, and then this here's I'm going back over because I don't want to have any grass. You know how that little scraggy grass laying over on the sidewalk. So I'm trying to make sure I get a good clean edge job here. And now in the sidewalks, I try to weed eat that. Now, I'll let customers know that they need to give them some of that weedy grass killer to spray it along the cracks in the sidewalk. Some of them may do it and some of them may not. And sometimes customers will ask me about it, but I tell them, hey, that's a charge for that. Weed grass killer. I have to get that stuff and mix it up and then come out and use it. It costs money for that. I'm like, no, I try to use the screen trimmer and get as much of it out of there as I can. So that's what you see me doing here, trying to get all of that, out of there as much as I can, because I gotta keep my costs down, so that I can make something out of this. I don't want to just, you spin it all up in gas. Okay, guys, right now, I finished up that portion there. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the mower down, and I'm just going to start mowing here. I'm going to try to get this here all mowed up, and once I get this here all mowed up, then I'm gonna move into the backyard, and I'm gonna use the same process. I'm gonna go back there with the trimmer, trim up everything, and then I'm gonna take the mower and mow it all back there. So what it is, I finished all my trimming here, and I just want to go on and get this front part all mowed because it's going to take me some time back there in the back. Same process. I got to do a lot of trimming. So I wanted to just share this with y'all because, like I say, some of this stuff, it takes time. I mean, we're talking like, I got probably another 30 or 40 minutes back there in the backyard of just trimming and mowing. And I don't want to make this video an hour and a half long because no. And I know I don't want y'all to get bored. So I want to share. I'm just sharing this portion with you. I mean, now it'll get some times where I will make them even longer depending on the property and where it's located and how much work is involved in me doing it. I would share that with y'all to show you how you can get in and get out of a property quick by yourself and not work yourself so hard. How to just get in there and get it done in a timely manner and just keep moving. Now I have a number of videos out here that I do every year. And so this year I'm just sharing a little bit more with you. And I appreciate everyone that checks out the channel. I appreciate all the comments. Much I really appreciate it. And if there's anything that I can do to help you, feel free to leave me a comment. And hopefully, I'll get back in. I will try to reply back to your comments, Now, I mean, some within a reasonable comments. Now, sometimes people will leave some comments, and I think they're just whole trolls. Because I read it, and I say, this doesn't make any sense, And the ones, y'all know who you are, the trolls out there. You know what you be doing. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I click on everyone's that have subscribed to the channel and leave a comment. I check y'all channels out, and hey, some of you have some good stuff. I mean, lawn care or cars, just different stuff. I mean, it's very interesting, and then just let me know there's a lot of talented people out there, and it's like if you can't make it in one thing, you can always make it in another. If lawn care ain't for you, there's something else out there for you. And you always have to have an open mind that if one thing ain't working, something else will work for you. But you just gotta have an open mind and think positive, and you just never know what you can end up getting into. There's so many opportunities out here nowadays. And so, this is just an opportunity here. This is helping people with their lawn care problems. Now, a lot of this stuff that I do, I help a lot of people. They may have, some of them have handicap issues, and they just can't do it. So they're looking for someone to come and help them get the lawn all up apart. And then I have some that are just so busy they don't have time because they're working on a job, and they don't have time to bother with their lawn, and so they're looking for someone to come take care of the lawn for them. You know, and then you have, you know, some that are renting properties, and they don't plan on getting it a lawnmower. They plan on finding a lawn service to come and service the property for the time being while they're there. Now, sometimes they may get a mower, but sometimes some of them don't want to bother with it. They don't want to be out in their yard. They're allergic to the grass. They're like, man, I don't want to do that. That's why I want to pay somebody. You know, utilize my money to pay somebody to come and do this, where I can utilize my time to do something else, you know, while, you know, like I can be in air conditioning, I can be doing my own thing, but not out here doing the lawns. Okay, now this is what customers tell me, you know. So a lot of lawn care jobs come up because people don't have the time to do it, don't want to do it, don't want to be bothered with it, so they're looking for someone. And if you're deeply into lawn care, then you may be the one that they're looking for. So if they give you a call, remember, just go and do a good job and make them look good, make the lawn look good, and you know, some of them will make you look good. You know, and that's just the way it is. You know, it's a helping hand. You help the customer gonna help you, pay you good, and you know, it becomes a win-win situation. Everybody's doing good, everybody's looking good, and that's what it's about, y'all. That's what it's about. Keeping a win-win situation here. You win, they win, and that's what it's about. And you have to keep that in your mind. It's a win-win for both. That's the way I feel about it, you know. Hey, it's a win-win for me to have some good customers that pay me, you know, pay me for doing this type of work. And I always tell you, be careful, because you know, some, because I've had some bad customers, but I learned from my experience. You know, I learned over the years. You know, you learn. But you just got to be careful out here, though. Hey guys, I've been talking and sharing this with y'all. So let me see where we are. We are here, and we're still doing some mowing here, and I got some more work to do, but I'm trying to get this here front yard all mowed up here, and I got a little bit more right here. I'm mowing, and then I'm gonna have to move on to the back here. So I'm just sharing this little portion with y'all. So hey, what I'm gonna do right now, let me see. I'm gonna go on and see if I can put some music in here for y'all to finish out this video with a little music there, and I'll get back with y'all later on. Y'all take care. I'm out of here for right now. Alright, hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video and enjoy the music that I'm gonna add to this portion right now. Alright, here we go.